All right, this is David Brock's back for take two of Coach Morris, Letcher, Colin, BB, and JJ. Letcher, talk a little bit about the early season and what you've seen so far in practice.
Practice, man, we've done pretty good. We've had pretty competitive practices. We pretty nice. I think we got nice depth than most high schools do. Man, a lot of energy, but we make a lot of mistakes in practice too, and it kind of cost us early in our two losses that we had, Shawnee Mission East and one to Ottawa. We don't have the game experience that you would like as a head coach, but only thing you can do is practice more, compete more, and put you in game situations during practice to get better. That will make game time decisions better. But we've been doing pretty good as far as energy and effort for the most part.
You just touched on it a little bit, but Coach, talk a little bit about, you're one of those teams in a unique situation where you lost a couple of key pieces, but also return a couple of guys who lost some minutes last year. Talk about those guys who played a little bit last year with some experience, meshing with some of the guys who got to step up a little bit.
Well, we lost our key guy, our bucket guy, Vince Esquina. He's at KCKCC playing basketball. I think he got red shirt this year, but he was our guy where we could, when we needed a bucket, we know we could count on him. That's kind of what we're looking for right now, and being able to handle varsity adversity. You got JJ. He's a point guard. He pretty much runs the floor, but he's not going to get you that 20-point game. He might get you 10 or 8, 15 assists. I think I kind of flubbed that a little bit too, because he ain't gonna get us no 15 assists. I wish he would. That means we're doing a lot of transition. But get you 8 or 9 assists per game. Don't turn the ball over. You got Colin here. He's just a scrapper. He's a senior now, so he's kind of been in the shadows of Mr. Colton BB a little bit. He hates to hear that, but man, he's what you want as a coach, a guy that'll come to work and get you what you need, rebounds, play hard, get you some steals and stuff like that.
So, JJ, talk a little bit about taking over a leadership role on the team and how you've handled taking on that responsibility.
I just feel like it's my time. Like, as a sophomore starting last year, I feel like since I'm a junior and I got more experience than everybody, I got to step up and do what I got to do to keep the team moving. Even though we've lost the last 2 games, I got to keep their heads up and keep them fighting and competing.
Kyla, talk a little bit about being one of the returning guys. What have you seen thus far early in the year that you're happy about? And also, what do you see from a player perspective or what you guys can continue to improve about since you got a couple of games under your belt?
I'm happy with a lot of the energy we have, especially off the bench. Like Coach said, we have a lot of depth and a lot of energy on the bench that can come in and help, especially when a lot of us get tired. From a player perspective, I think we could be a little better on defense and talking, and that's about it.
So this is year 2 for you, Coach. So talk a little bit about the process you had the full summer and everything off season to be able to put in a little bit more of what you want to do. What are you doing a little bit differently this year versus your first year last year?
Man, last year was kind of tough because you had the the senior guys that, of course, everybody thought it was their time because they were seniors. This year I got a summer in, but we got a couple of transfers in also. So it's kind of hard to try to juggle because I thought we was pretty good anyway, with the guys that we already had. But you got to try to juggle minutes and try to make sure everybody understands their role at that given time. The toughest part about coaching high school, and I think I got a good problem with having the talent that we have, is trying to juggle everybody's minutes and making sure everybody understands that it's enough for everybody to eat. And what I mean by that, man, it's enough opportunity out there where if you're meant to play college basketball at whatever level, the scouts are going to come, you'll be able to go somewhere. And that's one of the toughest things as a scout. As a coach, just trying to keep the morale up. Because, I haven't been in an 0-2 season ever, from middle school on up. And I know if you don't change or do some things or tweak a little things right now, you can lose the guys for the rest of the season. And so I try to keep the morale with humor. I get on them. I know they get tired of hearing me sometimes saying the same thing. And but we just got to do the best that we can. We'll figure it out as a coaching staff.
So you mentioned you have some transfers come in. We met a couple of your guys. Talk about some of the other key guys you think will play major roles on this 2015-16 squad.
I got a couple of transfers from Sumner Academy. Josh Houston, Jalen Taylor, they're playing JV right now. Doc Covington, Davion's Covington, he's a sophomore. He's a pretty nice kid, fundamentally sound. plays hard. Steve Obafuna. I know I just butchered his name. I'm sorry about that.
Obifuna.
Yeah, but he's a big that has come a long way. I've actually coached Steve, man, when he was in the 3rd grade. I kind of introduced him to basketball, and sometimes he's harder on himself than what he needs to be. And I think he's going to change us and help us, as far as the paint. You don't need a lot in high school. You just need some pieces and people willing to gel. And you can go a long way with that if you have that.
One question I'm going to ask a couple of times today, how much detail do you put into a game plan coming into the game of how you're going to split up the minutes? Do the players kind of have an idea how, when they're going to come into the game and how many minutes they're probably going to get, or is it just kind of as you do it as you feel?
Man, I don't guarantee any minutes. I actually sometimes you try to play a little mind games with them just to see how they're gonna react. Like this week, I want to change my starting lineup a little bit to tweak it just to see if I could get another kid to step up and let him know that, hey man, I got confidence in you, and it worked for about a day, but then the next day, it wasn't, he was back down. So I don't guarantee minutes. I guarantee minutes by you playing hard and you doing what you're supposed to do. And I try to explain to my team that if, I just use JJ. JJ might turn the ball over one time, but I know JJ's going to get 4 steals. Where if you come in, and I'm just talking about not a particular person. If another person comes in and he turns over the ball 3 times and misses 2 layups, he's not going to have the rope that some guys might have. And that's just one of the toughest things to get to, your kids to understand, your parents to understand, and things like that. So, but like I said, I'm excited, man. We got a tough game coming up on Monday. We play Baser, Linwood. They're always solid. They always have been solid. They got six seniors playing. They got 6 seniors, solid seniors on the team with a lot of varsity experience. But I believe, they put their pants on just like we do. And each game is different. The way high school is played and called with refereeing, you never know what's going to happen if you play fundamentally sound.
So, JJ, talk a little bit about what you what you guys did as a team over the summer to kind of gel a little bit as you prepared for the season.
We basically just went to the gym a lot, tried to get a lot of work in, tried to run a lot, get the experience in together, as in not with the seniors last year, try to get our chemistry and confidence up for the upcoming season.
Colin, just maybe speak about the first couple of games and kind of takeaways from a player perspective and what you guys got to do to kind of turn things around and get a W.
Definitely, we got to get more in shape. I saw against Shawnee Mission, they outran us a lot in transition. Also, our defense needs to get a little better, need more communicate better, call out range stuff, because we had a lot of trouble with that. I know we had to work on that last practice a lot. And other than that, I think we'll do pretty well.
Okay. All right, Coach. I appreciate it. Good luck.